Selamat pagi kepada Puan Isratun. Hari ini saya nak present tentang question 3, tutorial untuk question 3. Nama saya Parindran Analaki Rajendran, nombor kad matrik 10 DAT 18F 1090. Question 3. Statement of financial position for Tarentum Berhad on 31st December 2009 and 2010. And profit and loss account for the year ended 2010 are as follow. Soalan ni dia bagi statement of financial position dengan statement of comprehensive income dekat bawah sahaja, sebelum profit before tax and then after tax. First kita tengok additional information soalan ni. Additional information for this question. Profit before tax is after taking into account the following: depreciation, plant and machinery, RM 11540, equipment 950, loss on disposal of equipment 60, profit on disposal of machines 75 ringgit. The cost of the machine sold during the year is RM 2200 and book value on the date of the sale is RM 500, while the cost of equipment sold is RM 1450 and book value is RM 850. Okay. So, first kita tengok non-current asset. Non-current asset. Okay, non-current asset for 2009 land and building dia ada 30,000. And then for 2010 dia 37,000. So dalam additional information dia tak bagi tahu apa-apa. So kita kena anggap sebagai purchase. So nanti we have to open one T account for land and building and we have to put in purchase and show how we got 37,000 in our SOFP. So for land and buildings, purchase plus 7,000 ringgit. For plant and machinery, they increase, but at the same time, we have to see additional information. We have sold machine for amounting RM 2,200. So in our T account, we will add our purchase and also we will put in our credit side our disposal of asset. So for equipment, same, there's purchase and also there's disposal. So same, we will open one T account. We will increase in debit side purchase, credit side we will do disposal. And also for these two accounts, we have to look at the depreciation, the accumulated depreciation before adding the purchase. After that, in the additional information, to find the accumulated depreciation for machine and equipment, we have to take the cost of the machine and we have to minus with the book value to find the accumulated depreciation for that machine and for that equipment only. Lepas tu, untuk cari sale value, to find the sale value, kita kena ambil book value and we have to plus with our profit or loss to find our sold value. Because soalan ni, they never give any sale value, so we have to find it ourselves. Okay. Next, current asset. For current asset, the stock decreased by 1,300. The debtors decrease 1,130, and they will enter into cash from operating activities. They will enter into cash for operating activities. Bank side, cash and cash equivalent at the beginning is 2,370, and then cash and cash equivalent at the end is bank overdraft, 1,200. So kita kena letak bracket at the end because bank overdraft is negative. Starting 2,370. Next, ordinary shares. Ordinary shares for 2009 is 60,000. And then in 2010, it's 65,000. So we can say that there's an issued of ordinary shares of RM 5,000. And then share premium, 2009, 15,300 ringgit. 2010, 20,050 ringgit. So there's an increase of 4,750 ringgit. Then general reserve, 45,000 to 48,000. We can see at our statement of comprehensive income for the year ended 31 December 2010. Transfer to general reserve is 3,000. So we know how it increased. And then 7% for debenture. 7% for debenture, 13,000. We have a decrease of 2,000. We have a decrease of 2,000 ringgit. So later we have to open a T account. We have to open a T account, if I'm not mistaken, to show. Or kalau tak buka pun tak apa, sebab debenture. We just need to decrease, it decreased 2,000. We have to put it in cash flow from financing activities. Yeah. Okay. Next, current liabilities. Creditors increased by 3,800 from 15,300 to 19,100. Tax payable, we have to open a T account to show the difference from 2009, 10,100, and then 2010 ending, it's 11,550. However, in our statement of comprehensive income, our tax, we have put 6,300. So we have to open one T account to see how much we have paid. Okay. Next, proposed dividend. Proposed dividend, same, 7,200. There's a decrease. So we have to open one T account to see, because also in the statement of comprehensive income, we have proposed dividend 5,200. So we have to see the difference there. And then we will put our proposed dividend in our cash flow for our operating activities. Okay. You are required to prepare cash flow statement for the year ended 31st December 2010 using the indirect method. So for indirect method, the profit before tax, we don't need to calculate because the question already gave us the profit before tax, which is 15,830. So we just have to take that, and then we start with cash flow, our cash flow from operating activities, and then we can continue, and then we can find our cash and cash equivalent at the end. But first, we have to do our T accounts to show how we got the amounts. That is all. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum dan selamat pagi. Nama saya Muhammad Daniel Habibudin bin Johari. Nombor kad metrik 10 DAT1837.
Nama saya Perin Razan Ali Kalewanan. Dari kelas DAT5A, nombor kad metrik saya 10 DAT18F1067.
Okey, kami meneruskan untuk mempresent ledger ya. First ledger land and building. Dia start pada 1 Januari. Balancing dia 30,000 dan kita purchase 7,000. Dia endingkan dia dengan 37,000. Lepas tu land and machinery account, kita punya balance awal 101,800. Lepas tu kita ada accumulated depreciation sebanyak 9,840 dan kita purchase sebanyak 15,800. So sebelah kredit pula adanya disposal sebanyak 2,700. So balancing akhirnya kita akan dapat 115,400. Lepas tu kita ada accumulated depreciation of plant and machinery. So di belah kredit kita tak ada baki awal, kita ada soci sebanyak 11,540. Di sebelah debit pula kita ada disposal sebanyak 1,700 dan balance akhir sebanyak 9,840. So kita dapat pengiraan disposal untuk plant and machinery. Kosnya bermula pada 2,200. Tertolak dengan accumulated depreciation sebanyak 1,700. Kita akan dapat 500. So kita susun sebanyak 575. So kita akan dapat profit untuk disposal RM75.
Okay, selepas tu kita kena buka equipment account. Yang baki awal tu kita akan letak kat debit sebanyak 1,600 dan kita kena letak baki akhir 31 Disember sebanyak 1,950 dan kita kena letak sebelah kredit disposal 1,450 dan kita kena letak accumulate depreciation yang kita kira untuk dalam account tu sebanyak 350 dan kita boleh cari purchase kita, so kita dapat 1,800. So selepas tu untuk dapat accumulate depreciation tu kita kena buka account accumulate depreciation of equipment account. So sebelah debit kita kena letak disposal sebanyak RM600 dan sebelah debit kita kena letak yang awal sebanyak kosong dan akhir kita kena cari, so kita kena letak dulu soci 950. So selepas kita tolak dengan 600 kita dapat 350 untuk closing stock. So tax, untuk selepas tu kita kena cari tax account sebanyak baki awal adalah 10,100 dan baki akhir adalah 11,550. So kita sudah ada yang tax yang mereka sudah bagi dalam soalan, tax dalam soci sebanyak 6,300. So kita tambah dengan 10,100 tolak dengan 11,550 kita dapat 4,850 tax yang kita pay. Lepas tu kita kena kira yang kita disposal of equipment tu loss ke atau gain. So kita akan letak dulu cost sebanyak 1,450 dan tolak dengan accumulate depreciation sebanyak 600. So kita dapat net book value tu 850. So kita jual equipment tu sebanyak 790. So kita dapat loss on disposal sebanyak RM60. Okay. Dan yang last.
Sorry bos.
Dan yang last kita kena buka dividend account sebanyak baki awal dan dividend account kita adalah 7,200 dan baki akhir adalah 4,800. So mereka sudah bagi yang dalam soci tu, soci dividend sebanyak 5,200. So kita tambah 5,200 tambah 7,200 tolak dengan 4,800 kita dapat dividend pay 7,600.
Kepada Puan Islatun, nama saya Khalil Ahmad bin Abdul Jalil, nombor kad matrik 10DAT18F1009. Okay, hari ini saya akan present tentang cash flow statement for the year ended 31 Disember 2010. Okay, saya akan present bahagian cash from operating activity. Yang pertama, net profit before taxation. 15,830. Lepas itu adjustment for depreciation. Okay, adjustment for depreciation ni dia ada bagi dalam soalan. Plant and machinery 11,540. Equipment 950. Loss on disposal of equipment pun dia ada bagi dalam soalan 60. Profit on disposal of machine kita kena tolak negatif, kita kena tolak 75. Lepas tu income tax paid. Income tax paid kita kena tolak 4,850. And kita akan dapat, lepas tolak tu kita akan dapat operating profit before working capital charge. Kita akan dapat 23,455. And then kita kena tambah decrease on stock. Kalau decrease on current asset kita kena tambah. Kalau increase on current asset kita kena tolak. So dalam soalan ni dia decrease. So kita kena tambah 1,300. And increase on debtor. Decrease on debtor, minta maaf. Decrease on debtor kita kena tambah 1,150. Lepas itu increase on creditor. Bila increase on current liability, kita kena tambah. Kalau decrease on current liability, kita kena tolak. So dalam soalan ni increase on current liability, increase on creditor, kita kena tambah 3,800. And kita akan dapat last jawapan cash generate from operating, kita akan dapat 29,705. Okay, thank you.
Okay, selamat pagi Puan Isratun. Nama saya Navin Kumar Rani Kalepen. Nama matrik saya 10DAT F 10DAT 18F1045. Saya present tentang cash from investing activities. Okay, first purchase of land. Purchase of land kita dapat 7,000 negatif. Itu kita ambil dari ledger land and building. So land and building yang debit side yang purchase tu 77,000. Okay, lepas tu purchase of plant and machinery 25,640 kena tolak. Itu ambil dari ledger plant and machinery juga. Yang debit side purchase tambah dengan accumulated depreciation. Sebab kita kena dapat total purchase of plant and machinery. So kita tambah dengan purchase and accumulated depreciation. So kita dapat total purchase of plant and machinery 25,640. So kita kena tolak. Okay, then proceed from disposal of plant and machinery. Tu kita kena ambil daripada disposal of plant and machinery account yang sold itu 575. So kita kena tambah lah proceed from disposal of plant and machinery. Lepas tu purchase of equipment. Purchase of equipment dapat 2,150 kena tolak juga. Itu ambil dari equipment account yang debit side. So itu pun kena tambah dengan purchase, kena tambah dengan accumulated depreciation. So kita dapat total purchase of equipment iaitu 2,150 kena tolak lah. Okay, then proceed from disposal of equipment. Itu pun kena ambil dari disposal of equipment account. So kena yang ambil yang value yang sold itu 790. So itu kena tambah. Lepas tu kita purchase of land, purchase of plant machinery, tolak purchase of land, tolak dengan purchase of plant machinery, tolak dengan, lepas tu tambah dengan proceed from disposal of plant machinery, lepas tu tolak dengan purchase of equipment, lepas tu tambah dengan proceed from disposal of equipment, kita dapat net cash flow from investing activity iaitu 33,425.
Assalamualaikum kepada Puan Isratun. Saya Muhammad Farhan Aiman Azman dari DAT 5A, nama matrik 10 DAT 18F 1025. Okay. Firstly, saya akan explain tentang cash flow financing activity. So firstly, kita tengok soalan. Alright. So kita tengok part finance by, sebab financing activity, so nama pun financing, so dia akan melibatkan finance. So kita tengok ordinary share, kita ada ordinary share, kita ada share premium, kita ada general reserve, kita ada return profit, kita ada 7% debenture. Tapi general reserve dan return profit tak masuk. So hanya ada ordinary share, share premium and 7% debenture. Okay. So kita tengok kita ada baki awal, baki akhir. Baki awal 2009, ordinary share 60,000, 31 bulan 12 2010 65,000, share premium 2009 15,300, 2010 20,050, 7% debenture 2009 13,000 dan 2010 11,000. So kita tengok additional information. Okay, tak ada tentang ordinary share ke share premium. So kita anggap company ni dia issue semua. Right. So kita tengok jawapan. Okay. First kita tengok ordinary share. Macam mana saya dapat 5,000. Saya ambil baki awal tolak dengan baki akhir. Baki akhir tolak dengan baki awal. 65,000, kita tolak dengan 60,000, dapat 5,000. And then kita kita ambil share premium sebanyak 4,750. Macam mana saya dapat 4,750? Saya ambil 20,050 tolak dengan 15,300 and then the redeem all the debenture sebanyak negatif 2,000. So kenapa negatif 2,000? Sebab kita ambil yang 2010, kita tolak dengan 2009. So 2010 tu amount dia 11,000. So kita tolak dengan 13,000, kita dapat negatif 2,000. Right. So part dividend paid ni kita kena buka di account. Sebab bila kita tengok dalam soalan, dia ada baki awal, dia ada baki akhir, dia ada suci. Kita nak tahu berapa yang kita bayar. So, kita buka dividend account, baki awal 7,200. Dekat mana saya dapat 7,200, saya ambil dekat current liability, part proposed dividend 2009 7,200, and then baki akhir 4,800 dekat situ juga, tapi 2010, and toci 5,200 proposed dividend, and kita dapat 7,600, 7,200 tambah dengan 5,200 tolak 4,800, kita dapat 7,600 yang amount yang kita bayar. Okay, kita tengok cash flow statement balik. Okay. So dividend paid bayar, so kita letak negatif 7,600. Okay. So kita dapat kita dapat net cash flow from financing activity sebanyak 150, 5,000 tambah 4,750 tolak 2,000 tolak 7,600 dapat 150. Right. So kita nak tahu net decrease in cash and cash equivalent equivalent sebanyak 3,570. Macam mana dapat? Kita ambil 29,705 tolak dengan 33,425 tambah 150 dapat 3,570 iaitu negatif 3,570. And then kita tengok dalam soalan ada cash and cash equivalent at beginning sebanyak 2,370, bank 2,370. Alright. And then kita tengok cash and cash equivalent at the end of period sebanyak negatif 1,200. Dekat mana saya dapat negatif 1,200? Kita tengok soalan ada bank overdraft dekat current dekat baki akhir 2010 sebanyak 1,400. Itulah jawapan dia. Sekian daripada saya. Terima kasih Puan.
So itu konklusi kami untuk presentation ni. Macam mana kami dapat jawapan 1,200 untuk cash flow statement sama dengan Soci. So this is the way for us to find the cash flow statement for the cash and cash equivalent at the end. Itu saja daripada kami. Terima kasih Puan.